obviously a lot of decisions are going to have to be made at the end of this season. What would you say about the evolution of the offense as the season went on that shows that it's heading in the right direction?
Well, I think from an efficiency standpoint over the last few weeks, and feel like we've been playing efficient. We've been playing better in the situational type areas. But again, at the end of the season, we'll have an opportunity to really go back and look at everything and evaluate from there. But I think guys have been on the same page. We're executing. Still think we got to, over the last couple of weeks, got to probably run the ball a little bit better.
How much did you kind of stick to the core principles and philosophies and just try to do them better? And how much change do you think you've done to improve that efficiency on like third downs, red zone?
Yeah, I think there's always constant communication. Some of the things that we've changed up the schedule a little bit, but make a little bit, call it an emphasis on it. But I think that our guys, starting with the quarterback, have done a good job down there.
I think when it comes to the red zone, I guess that's what you were saying. But was it just a matter of y'all having an extra day of practice? I mean, did that?
Listen, I think obviously you see different results. So obviously I think there's something to that. But again, the guys have gone out, and credit to our players for executing and making plays, and some tough plays where it may not even be it's a tough look, and they just come down with some tough catches.
What have you learned about Derek with the time together that kind of accentuates his strengths, or found his comfort zone? What are some of the things you've really?
Yeah, I think when you go back and you evaluate, I think obviously he's had a lot of comfort in the pocket the last few weeks. I think that the play action game has helped with him, and just making sure that we're all kind of on the same page. But I think that the relationship with him and the players has been really good.
Pete, if Alvin's not able to go this week, it's kind of comfort level with Jamal, maybe Kendra.
Yeah, I think that we'll see where it is at the end of the week. But obviously, Jamal's been out there. He's had to handle a pretty big volume last week for us. And someone like Kendra, when he's had opportunities, he's flashed. And I think that just, obviously he's doing everything in his power to get back to where he needs to be ready to play. And we'll have to just see where everybody's at.
But Jamal, could it be the fact of getting a little bit more carries, getting into the rhythm flow of the game? Could that?
Yeah, I think that's part of his style, the tough physical run style. I think sometimes those guys, the more opportunities they have, then you start to see some production. And I think that obviously he had to step in and play a lot of plays for us last week, and he did a good job.
Dennis has talked a lot about the physicality of it, particularly with the defensive line, but I wonder what you've seen from the offensive line in terms of that physicality aspect of it. Has it gotten better the last few weeks?
Yeah, I think those guys play physical. I think that they play together well as a group, and I think that just the more that we keep going here. But I think that there's obviously a physical element. We haven't necessarily played, or I should say we've played teams that have been pretty tough and put a lot of guys in the box, and so I think that they've matched physicality.
Those sack numbers have really improved over the back half of the season. Was it just a matter of guys playing better, or did you guys iron out some stuff?
It's probably a combination of all those things. Maybe what are we doing in our protection plans, and then maybe the execution of the protection plan, and then going out there and blocking them. So I think that there's probably a lot to it, and it can start with just what are we doing as a scheme wise, starting with us, and then the actual execution.
Going back to what Mike was kind of asking about earlier, do you expect to be back next season? Is that something?
No, I don't think about those things. Just worrying about Atlanta.
Would you be willing, because I don't know, if there's not a game next week, that this might be our last time talking to you for this season. It's been an interesting season, obviously, and it hasn't always gone the way you wanted, but there have been some really positive developments lately. Could you just kind of reflect on how it went? I don't know if you want to name some things that you had to figure out.
Well, I think the main focus is on Atlanta, and I think that when you go back, I think we had high expectations for where this team could go, and I think that you're going into the last week, and those expectations can still be met, but we got to take care of business this week first.
Thank you, Pete.